Hello, I'm Kai, and right now I'm so proud of myself because you know what? This video is the 10th video. Yay! It's my 10th video in my YouTube channel. Yay! Congratulations! I really not expect that I am able to make 10 video when I start this channel, and I know it is still a very small tiny number of video compared to almost every single channel in the YouTube, but it's really take me lots of time to make just single one video, so I'm kind of not sure whether I'm persistent enough to make it up to 10 video, and now I did it. Yay! Oh. And how did I make up to 10 video is really all because of you guys, my 36 subscriber in my YouTube channel. Yeah, really all because of you guys, and thank you so much to supporting me. I know actually most of you know me in person, yeah, because this 36 person is just all my friends and family member, but just because of you, I really love and enjoy seeing you guys watch my video, and you guys laugh and smile at every single one of them, and your smile really make my all day and night effort of making video so worth it. So thank you, and thank you for your support, and please keep supporting me and share my videos channels with your friends and families too if you love it. We are now in the Inktober drawing challenge, and for those of you who don't know what is Inktober, you can check out my last videos. I have explained it. Today is the 6th of October and the prompt is Husky. Let's jump into it. This is a very challenging prompt to me, honestly. There are two reasons. The first reason is that I rarely draw animals, so I usually like to draw human face because human face just more interesting for me to draw right now. And for the second reason is I'm not a dog person. I don't know much about dog and their breed, so when I read the prompt Husky, I have a big question mark in my head. I only know it is a dog, but I have totally no idea how a husky look like. I start looking up some references photo from Pinterest and Instagram. I sketch them and warm up my drawing muscle and see what's inspired me to continue developing the idea. After I finish sketching the first husky, I feel it looks like a deer for me actually. And the second sketch, I try to draw a husky with a very funny human face. I found that there are plenty of husky actually have goofy human face like that, and I love his face a lot. It looks very cartoony. I love his eyes, and it looks like a mad human, and I love the second sketch way more than the first one. Yeah, it's so funny to me, and I like the cartoony style more than realism style too. And for the third sketch, I want to draw a husky with a body so I could study his body structure, and the posture of that husky turned out pretty great too. Then I want to try chase and draw some more cartoony style of the husky. Like what I say, I like cartoony style, and they are created by other artists, so I just want to try learn how they stylize the doggy. I really love their style a lot, and they look very cute. After that, I start struggling about should I go realism or cartoony style because they both look good to me. However, I just not inspired by any one of them at all. I feel drawing only one single animal is so boring to me. Yeah, just unless I could draw like this. Yeah, this drawing looks very cool, but yeah, just I'm not able to do it. I know I can't do it. Yeah, I just don't feeling it. So I keep looking into more husky photo in the Pinterest until I found this picture. This little girl dressed as a Red Riding Hood, and she planned to go some trick or treat with her husky. Since the husky is kind of look like a wolf too, so I feel this idea worked out so well, and I love this idea a lot, and it is a very adorable idea to me. I love to have story and emotion element into my drawing, so I decided to go for this concept and further develop it. But I want to make them not just standing still like the photo. I want to give them some warm interaction, like a warm hug. When I'm drawing, I feel lots of difficulty in figuring out how the wrinkle of the Red Riding Hood plays. Yeah, I'm not sure how to draw wrinkle. When I'm drawing the husky, I think of my second warm-up sketch too. I learned to draw a goofy face for a husky. I feel like what I learned in the second sketch can apply to this drawing, so I decided to include that face. And I have problem when drawing the posture of the husky too. Since I rarely draw animals, I'm not clear about their autonomy. Maybe it also means that I need to practice drawing more about clothing and animals in the future. It just takes me very long time to figure out these two parts. And I really love how flowy the Red Riding Hood is. I really love her smile. And I love the goofy eyes of the husky. The husky is just like saying something like, what is going on me? Oh, why I have to dress like this? Yeah, and I feel so funny. And when I'm working on the sketch, I feel I can handle the fur pretty well with the pencil. When I'm working on the fur, I always try to replace the outline of the dog with some smaller stroke, and that's how it looks a bit more flurry. I just don't know that I actually cannot handle this later on in the inking and coloring stage. You will see it very soon in this video. And if you try to observe a husky photo carefully, you can see it have lots of detail going on for his fur color. Just different part of his head can have different fur color. And I have to select which part I want to keep and which part not, because I don't want too many details going on to his face, and this make people lose the attention to his goofy eyes. I don't want this, so I only keep the important detail like his black fur go between his eyes and also go around his eyes. And I think this is the most important part that tell how a husky look like, and it's kind of a core feature to make a husky look like a husky. And for the rest of the detail, I don't want to overstay in this picture. I try to draw glasses for the husky since the reference photo it have the glasses, but I give up this idea very soon. Like what I say, it's too distracting from his eyes. I want people focus on his eye, and I try to draw large head for it too. Again, because the reference picture, the husky is wearing a large head, but I decided to just go small because I want his ear get stand out. So always remember that reference photo is really just for reference. You don't have to follow every single detail in the photo unless you really go for realism. Just imagine the reference photo is a portrait and just take what you want from your picture and what fit your picture. And ta-da! I move my sketch to the watercolor paper, and every time I do that, I can see some more problem appear on my sketch actually, because this paper is kind of larger, so it's enlarged the mistake in my sketch. We will. I just always can spot more problem in there, like the face of the little girl and also the posture of the husky. The husky legs are actually too narrow in the sketch. They are also in a rear position. I try to adjust them a lot on the watercolor paper before I inking it. And I also add a tail for the husky because the picture keep not looking balanced in the way, and also in the composition just not balanced. And you can tell that the space behind the husky, is too many space. And I mean, like, the husky looks so small, so much smaller than the little girl. After I adding a tail for it, the picture look way more balanced for me. So now I'm happy for what I got, and let's ink it. And like what I mentioned in the last video, I did the fine line first, and then I add on some thicker lines in the part I want to emphasize. And this time I also try to include more shading and shadow with my fine liner. I don't have much experience in shading with liner, so I take my time to figure things out. Of course, my black and white battle come again. Stressful. Just as always, when I see some part is too dark, I try to whiten them out, but I always make it too light, and then I have to darken it out, just back and forth, more white, more dark, more white, more dark, battle. And after I finish my own battle, I start watercoloring, and it's always the best part to me. This time, I don't feel that I'm able to do one color drawing. Last time I do one color drawing, but this time I can't. I actually want to do it in only red color, since it's Red Riding Hood. But this picture really just too much information going on, like they're wearing their body part all stick together, and I just really need different color to distinguish different part in this picture. I create a color scheme based on the reference picture. I change the color to more pastel feeling because I love the pastel color. And when I do the watercoloring with different color, I always go with the lighter color first and then darker and darker the color. It is because darker color always can cover the mistake created by the lighter color. And I paint a very light tint color for the little girl. I only paint a little shading for her skin because I want her Red Riding Hood draw the most attention, and then the grandma wearing from the husky. So I don't want to have too much color on her face. I want the little girl and the husky have their own color at the same time, but also want they have color from each other. Like the dresses on the little girl is the greatest brown from the husky furs, and the earring and the eyes of the husky is actually the hair from the little girl. I want this. And the reason why the husky stick out its tongue is also because I want some red for it from the Red Riding Hood, so they kind of have their own color, but at the same time they have each other color, so they can create a harmony and cohesive feelings. And everything go kind of smooth until I start painting the husky clothes and its fur. I actually messed up the shadow of the grandma dresses. When you try to figure out the shadow of a clothing, you actually have to know how its body pose. And I admit that I'm just lack of this knowledge about his body. I just lack of practice drawing animal. And for each flower, I thought that I could do some small stroke like what I did with pencil, and I just do it with watercolor brush, but I fail. I fail to control the stroke nicely. I cannot control like what I want, and every time I make a mistake, I just keep covering it with more paint. And that's why I spend way more time to paint the husky than the little girl. And after going through all this struggle, I have some final touch with my black fine iron and white gel pen, and I add some shading to the husky in order to make it not look so flat. And for the color, I mix the little girl's skin color with the purple color from the grandma purple dresses, and I feel that shading color turned out very nice, and it can distinguish the shading of the little girl's skin, and also at the same time it's cohesive with the purple color from the dresses. I just love the color in this piece, and it is done. Here is the finished piece. Although I have a very hard time in figuring out how to draw the husky and how to draw the posture, and I really love how it's turned out. I love both of their emotion, and I love the Red Riding Hood concept. I love their hug, I love their interaction, and this drawing really turned out very great to me. And I also love the colors, how the color scheme works so well in this piece, and I feel this piece turned out like one of illustration you can probably find in a children's story book. So I feel awesome about that. If you have any comment about my drawings and how I make my videos, please comment down below. I would like to hear from you so I could improve my video quality. Make sure you give me a like if you love this drawing, and hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any of my other Inktober drawing video. Lastly, love yourself, love your day, and I will see you guys someday. Bye!